Welcome to Building a YouTube Income After 60. My name is Eamon Ray, and today I'm going to talk to you about things to avoid when you're building a new channel. But first, let's have a quick look at the new banner that I talked about updating yesterday. I hope you can see the difference now between what the old one was and the new one. The new one very clearly shows the intent of the channel. It also shows what you can expect from the channel, and it shows when videos will be posted, which is of course on a daily basis, since this is covering my journey from zero to getting monetized on YouTube. Today I want to talk about something that is very important. If you're not thinking about this, you're going to make a lot of mistakes like I have and end up delaying your chance of getting found by YouTube and hence being monetized. So what I'm talking about today are some of the things that you need to avoid doing if you want to grow a new channel. And the first one is you need to avoid skipping the process of setting the channel up correctly. I thought I had my channel pretty well set up, but when I started to look into it, it became obvious that I had missed a few things in the process. One of the main things that I missed was setting up the keywords for the channel. Now, these keywords are used by the YouTube algorithm in order to work out who to present my content to. And when these were blank, it made it very difficult for the algorithm to work out who my target audience was. So today I set them up and I use keywords such as over 60 learning on YouTube, things like older beginners in YouTube, and things like small channel growth tips, because these are all search terms that would be applied to my target audience. No matter what channel you're setting up, it's important that you know what keywords your target audience are going to be using in order for you to show up in front of them. If you forget to put them in, it could be a long time before you ever get found, even if you do get 100 subscribers, which apparently is the point at which YouTube starts to pay attention to you. The second thing I forgot to set up on the channel was something called the video watermark, which you'll find right at the bottom of the channel. It looks pretty insignificant, but it actually appears in all the videos, and you can say where you want it placed. The reason it's good is because you can put a subscribe call to action on it, and people will subscribe, especially if you put it near the end of your videos. This is a new learning. I didn't realize that's how it worked, but it is possible to have the subscribe or the watermark on any video from the beginning. When you set it up on the channel, it applies to all the videos from that moment on. It's always good if you remind your viewers that you want them to subscribe. Today, I also looked at becoming verified so that I could put links within the description. The reason you might want to put links within a description is if you want to add some kind of affiliate link to something you talk about in the video, or you want to direct people to the next video in the series. If you're going to direct people to the next video, make sure you put links within the first 2 sentences of the description, because that appears before the more button that shows the rest of the descriptive text. These are all little things I'm just learning at the moment that I'm trying out to see if they make a difference. A second thing to avoid when you're setting up a new channel is perfectionism. Very often people believe that things need to be perfect before they go up, and that can leave you procrastinating and doing a lot of the work that needs to be done. Sometimes you just need to get the video out there and not worry too much about it being perfect or not. The video, if it has the right content in it, will find an audience. You have something to share. You have experience that comes from having worked with people, from having lived life, and that experience is something that's very valuable, especially for the younger members of society. It's wrong to think that your experience isn't worthy of other people to hear. It's just a matter of getting started, and that's why you need to avoid procrastinating in hitting the record button and getting started. I procrastinated before I started. And in the end, I thought, if I don't do this every day, if I don't get the momentum going, I'm not going to stay at it. And that's why I decided to do it every day. The process of having to wait 2 or 3 days in between videos, which is what AI tells you to do, it's what the gurus tell you to do. That process to me wasn't very appealing because I needed to get feedback as to how good the video was before waiting for 2 or 3 days to find that out. This is why I decided to do this the way I'm doing it at the moment. I think if you look around, you won't find many other people putting out content as frequently as I'm doing. Maybe the content isn't as good as it could be if I was doing it every 2 or 3 days and doing 20-minute videos instead of 8-minute videos. But the way I look at it is smaller videos are easier to make, and they're also easier for people to learn from. Small chunks of videos can be added together to make bigger chunks later on if that's what's required. But right now it works for me, and I hope it works for the people that are interested in learning how to do this in a professional way and do it step by step. The other thing I did today was I went back and added an end screen to all the other videos that I have done this week. The way I set that up is I have the end screen, which shows the viewer where to go next, pointing to the next video in the series. And that is the case for every video except the last video that I put up, because obviously video number 5 can't point to video number 6 because number 6 isn't up yet. So the most recent video you have up, you point to the previous one. That way your viewer will always stay on your channel and you'll get the watch hours that you need in order to get monetized. Next week, I'm going to move forward on content strategies aimed at increasing the number of views, maybe by using shorts, and also getting some subscribers. I don't know if you know, but the theory is that 2% of all the views end up becoming subscribers. So that being said, if you need to have 1,000 subscribers, that equates to 50,000 views on the channel. And of course, you still also need 4,000 watch hours as well as the 50,000 views. So those are the metrics that we're aiming towards, because after all, this is about getting to a monetization stage where we can start making money from YouTube. It is quite intensive to do this on a daily basis, to do the work that needs to be done. And I guess I did underestimate the amount of work that there is. Having said that, though, I have learned so much since I started this process, which I can't believe is only 6 days ago. I've just learned so much, not just about YouTube, but about the skill sets required to do this type of work. It is very exciting, even if I've only got 8 subscribers at the moment and I think 50 views. I know that it's going to start to expand once the algorithm kicks in and starts finding this content. Having looked at some of the content, there's all kinds of things put up on a daily basis. And it is a bit of a lottery as to what gets promoted and what doesn't. It very much depends on the niche that you happen to find yourself in and the searches that people happen to be doing on a particular day. If you accidentally manage to overlap into one of those niches, the YouTube algorithm will lock onto you and blow up your content. So all of a sudden, 10,000 people see it and you're on your way. This could happen to anybody at any time. It's a bit like winning the lottery, but what makes it a lot easier is if you have done the fundamental setup of your channel so that when people do arrive, they find it easy to navigate from one video to the next. They're not lost. They're not thinking, what's this channel about? They're not thinking, how often does this guy post stuff? They're not thinking, what's in it for me, as most people do when they arrive on a channel. Make it easy. Make it easy for your visitor to stay. Make it easy for your visitor to work out what you're about. Make it easy for your visitor to know when to come back. This is one of the big learnings I discovered as a result of having to change the channel banner. What I'll be doing tomorrow is setting up a trailer video for the channel so that people, when they arrive, can have a quick introduction to what it's about. The trailer video tends to be much shorter than other long form videos on the channel, but I'll be setting one of those up and I'll be telling you the process and how I got on. If you're in the process of setting up a channel, or you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, and you want to follow along with how I am doing it and learn as a result of the mistakes I've made, then please subscribe, comment, and like these videos. This helps the algorithm get me found. And the next video that you should look at is here.